rooms are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you mind if I film?
Not at all. Yes.
They all look the same.
Yep. Yeah, they really are. They're all laid out the same. The only one that's not is the one we started in B building because it has those two offices there.
Yes.
And so each building has bathrooms downstairs. There's bathrooms upstairs as well,
Okay.
but they're accessed.
These are the classrooms. And the same classrooms will be up here. Each classroom has their bathrooms. And a kitchen. And there is a window for the parents to observe if they want to, like from here.
All right, so we have not had a tenant in the school for a year, okay? So we're not doing anything out here right now, so it's ugly. It's not been cleaned up or landscaped or anything. We've just kept the weeds down.
Yeah.
That's it. So if we have a client or a tenant come in, we will probably be repaving that parking lot, cleaning all of this up, trimming all these trees just so that it looks immaculate.
Right.
But for right now,
Yeah.
it is.
Makes sense.
Will that also include like having the mulches in here or?
Yeah, I know. I think, isn't there a regulation for the,
Yeah.
the depth of mulch?
Exactly.
12
Yeah.
inch.
Yeah.
Great point. She just pulled the words out of my mouth. So it has to be within
Yep.
certain inches.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 12.
And everything, it might be you guys that put it in, it might be us, well, depending on.
And the same type of classrooms on the second floor.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Hi, Andre. Actually,
We could probably meet you in person here.
Back in 2020, fully sealed. We kept an eye on it this winter to see if there were any leaks. There weren't. It's just, it needs to be just repainted. Each building has its own AC units on it, so they're independently controlled.
okay. And how many of these sort of rooms are there? It's there in all of the blocks.
So again, you have 2 for every block, so there's 8 upstairs,
Yeah.
8 downstairs, and then the E building.
Okay. And bathrooms for these buildings?
Yeah, I'll show you where. These are all accessed through the exterior because they're older.
Yes.
And I don't have a key to this, but I'll just show you where they're at. Every building has bathrooms right on the exterior. That's a great question. I think so. Yeah, I don't think that's been changed since we. So the reason that one hasn't been redone, Bill, the others. Again, it hasn't been redone at all.
Table.
This brings back memories because the first place that we moved to had a piano in the
Oh, yeah.
elementary classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free of charge. We'll leave it free of charge. No one wants to move
We
pianos.
need to tune in.
Yeah.
We actually do have some of the best views in San Jose, just from up here. Like, honestly, I think what the other school did, they just took all these cabinets and painted them white. Because they're old cabinets, which means they're made of real wood,
Yeah.
not the stuff you get today. All right, let's go check out the C building upstairs.
Yeah, elementary children will have their own lockers.
So again, this is just a room that was under construction.
Okay.
They actually put up, there is another little, like a storage room behind this, so they put up this false wall right here. And then they were putting together desks and things like that in here. I think this was their technology room, they would store all their electronic equipment up here.
And the screen belongs to you?
I don't know whose it is, to be honest. It's all yours.
The tables too?
Absolutely. Yep.
And
This is the science room.
the rooms are all up to code, right?
Great question. I think so.
I think mainly
I don't
for
know
the
yet.
preschool, I can tell that it's up to code.
Mhm.
And the older children will be with the Catholic Department of Education, so
I don't know if that's part of the conditional use permit that the school needs to get.
and that's something that we would identify or the church also needs to.
The fact that there was a school in here,
Exactly, that makes it
they didn't
easy.
change anything other than flooring. But the soccer field is fantastic. It was redone about 3-4 years ago. We lease it to we're in a full-time contract with a soccer club.
Oh, nice.
And so they're the ones who took care of the resurfacing of it. We've had that for like 20 years. We went through one field turf in about 15 years, and maybe
Yeah.
3 years ago we put a brand new one in. And so it's fantastic. It gets used all the time. But that would be accessible for any kind of PE classes.
Nice.
Could be.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
and then when we have things like graduation, I think we can use. the-
We have a chapel up there that
Okay.
seats about 130.
Okay.
And then we have a main auditorium that
Uh-huh.
seats about 2,000.
Okay, great.
And so-
I think we should be fine.
Again, everything's negotiable.
Yeah.
But knowing that you probably need like a back to school night
Yeah,
for parents and things like that, yeah, we open that up all the time.
okay.
Okay.
Great to know.
And I know the parking lot, just so you know, the parking lot down here is a little small for what you
Yeah.
need, but it is a short walk to the really big parking lot up top.
Yeah,
The downside is it's either this path here
Mhm.
or it's walking up the street.
okay.
The funny thing is, every single night here at starting at 5 o'clock, the community comes here and they're walking the hill. It's like a great place for exercise. That just
Yes, we notice some now as well.
Yeah.
and it's a bit warm,
Yeah.
yeah.
the views are amazing. All right, like I said, it's this area down here,
Yeah,
it's a little rough, all right, because we
Yeah.
have not, we've just kept kind of the weeds down and that's it. So we
Mhm.
haven't done any other maintenance to it, including the pool.
okay. Yeah, we won't be using the pool at least
Okay.
in the beginning, maybe
Great.
when we have older age groups. then maybe.
So there's a field turf field right down there.
Yeah,
All that yellow weeds, it's just been knocked down, so we haven't cleared that out yet. But so there's that field turf area that you'll have access to. I think the amphitheater boards were redone just a couple years ago. So it does have power down there, so you can set up a sound system. These brown poles right here were put in to put shade sails.
okay.
And so we had a massive shade sail that we would put down here and shaded the entire area.
Oh, nice. And those tea lights were
Yeah. If not, Costco, $60. Probably 6 of them. Or I mean storage. Again, that sandy area has not been cleaned up, but play equipment there. It's probably, I mean, you probably know what age group it's appropriate for.
Yeah.
I mean, since younger
younger,
elementary.
younger. Elementary probably more open spaces.
Okay. I thought that was the one that opened.